So today, continuing with Revelation Made Easy to Understand, we will touch again on Revelation chapter 12. Now, we already discussed the very beginning of chapter 12, where John saw the first of 7 signs that he considers to be great signs, meaning a sign as in something that means something else, like a symbol. So the first one that we discussed in Revelation 12 was the woman. And we spoke and we said that this woman is Israel in this particular instance. And you can go back and read through Genesis chapter 7. And there are also some other verses. If you're interested, you can message me and I'll give them to you to prove this point that the woman is in fact Israel. The child in this case is Jesus, the only one exalted to the throne of his Father. And from Revelation 12, you can see that the second sign, which is the sign of a red dragon, he is the enemy of the child. He pursues the woman in an attempt to devour or to kill the child. And historically, that did happen around the time when Jesus was born, when the Roman government, through the power of the enemy, tried to kill and did kill all of the baby boys. The Lord, however, protected Jesus. You see, the aim of the enemy has been the same from the very beginning: to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He did not want people to have salvation, so he tried to kill Jesus. Now, going back to the dragon. The dragon of Revelation 12 has 2 particular meanings. This is what some Bible scholars would call a double reference prophecy. It is the enemy, meaning it is Satan, and it is also a foretelling of something in the future. You see, it ties back in with Daniel chapter 2 and chapter 7 and the visions of Daniel. And it even ties back into more of the book of Revelation, where John himself had visions of the Antichrist kingdom, the beast from the sea. You see, in this particular case, this red dragon, and red in this case, the red dragon does not mean China, as some suggest. Red in this case tells us that the enemy, the dragon himself, is murderous. He is after blood, he is violent, and he is of warfare. That is what it means, red dragon. And we know that it is the Antichrist system for the future, because we see the 7 heads, the 7 crowns, and the 10 horns. And again, that ties back in with other parts of Revelation and also Daniel. And that is the kingdom of the end. That is the Antichrist system that will try to crush the nation of Israel and try to crush the world at large. Now, in this particular case, we see that Revelation 12 goes on to tell us that the woman flees into the wilderness to a place that the Lord prepares for her for 1260 days. And that tells us that in the middle of the tribulation, the Antichrist is going to break his peace treaty. You see, after the rapture, the world is going to be in chaos. The Antichrist is going to step out onto the scene when the Holy Spirit is removed, the restrainer, when he's removed this from this earth. When the Antichrist comes onto the scene, he will come as a man of peace, but we know that he is really a wolf in sheep's clothing. More than likely, he is going to roll out some kind of peace treaty to keep peace in the Middle East, and we can see that that is needed, and to keep peace in the world. During half of the tribulation, after the 3.5 years have passed, he will break it and he will turn into the ravenous wolf that we know that he is. He will unveil himself to be the horrible devil of a man that he really is, the spawn of Satan. And during this time, the nation of Israel will have to run and hide and flee. Many Bible scholars believe that they will go to the area of Petra, which is somewhere between modern day Jordan and Israel. Now, the Lord will protect them there, the same way he protected them while they journeyed from the Red Sea onto the Promised Land. When they were in the wilderness, he protected them then, and he will protect them in the future. So the enemy in this case is the devil, and he is always the devil. The devil is the enemy of everything. You see, the enemy is not your neighbor. It's not your co-worker. It's not your family member. It is the devil. And we see it in this case that he was after Jesus when he was born historically, and he will be after the nation of Israel in the future. And he is after you today. But the good news is that Jesus has already won it all. All you have to do is call out for help and he will help you. To those who don't know Jesus, the promise of protection is only for believers. So you might want to think about getting saved.